everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be asking the owner of UGG some questions in the brand new Dinotopia map. But anyways, let's get into it. So, for our first question, when did you start making UGG? Like, when did you start developing the game and, creating it all?
So we knew we wanted to make a new big game and we were going to put everything into it. And that would probably have been July of 2024 that we started talking about it. Me and Biscuit were talking about it. And then about 2 months later, I took one of our developers, his name's Jordan, and we worked on it. So that was October of 2024. And then really started working with the full team, all the artists and everything about January. So from January to September, we really grinded to try and get the proper release and worked on it. I worked on it for a little bit over a year. The majority of the team worked on it for about 8 months. And then ever since we've been working on it, it's never stopped. We do a release every Thursday. And man, it feels like we've built the game 5 different times at this point because we just keep grinding and the team does continue to get a little bit bigger and even better. And so it's fun.
Alright, so for the second question, will we ever see super tanks like super hunters or super gliders or super hydros? Because we already have super titans, but the last time we got a new super titan was October.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I think about that all the time because there's the ability to have so many different dinosaurs, and I think the idea is that we're going to try and build this base level of dinosaurs. The short answer is I'm pretty sure we are. I have it in my plans. I have notes for that long term. Just finding the right time to introduce those, we'll see, because we still have to add climbers, we have to add all of these evolution dinosaurs and everything else, and so that kind of takes precedent over those. But I'm planning on it. I've always planned on having those.
So for the third question, this is the one that I think is the most interesting. Will we ever see collaborations with other games, movies, or TV shows? Because I personally love the Xenodon and Purgator dinos, and I thought the Star Wars references back in May were pretty sweet. And I know it might be hard to get permission for certain things, but something like an Iron Man bundle with an Iron Man outfit or dino would be sick.
So the short answer to that is there are certain things we can do that are nods to other games and properties and everything. And I'm a huge nerd of all the things you mentioned and so much more. So that's always going to continue to come into the game in different ways, even if it's not totally directly. The Crystal Cave is 100% inspired by my love of Indiana Jones and that opening sequence of that first Raiders of the Ark, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like that completely came from that opening sequence. But obviously it's not like a true collab. So that said, we have really good relationships and are growing our relationships more and more over time with other VR developers, and we'd love to have collaborations. Something that there's a game that's unreleased that we're working with another team on, and the ship inside of the Mosasaurus came from their game, and that's not even out yet, right? So we're doing that kind of stuff, and with games like that, when they are actually out, we probably would be more than happy to do a full-fledged level or boss battle or some sort of, and we have lots of ideas for that. So yes, I'd love to do that. We'll for sure keep having little nods and references to the movies and video games and everything that I love and grew up with. So that will definitely keep coming. And the big ones, hopefully someday, but there's only so much we can do with those bigger ones. So most of it's going to be like the ones you mentioned, probably.
What is your favorite type of UGG content that you watch?
Oh man, that's a good question. I like the ones that are very there's a lot of editing and a lot of story in it, and it's just kind of funny but fun and fast paced and short form. I feel like there's certain creators that put tons of time into things like that. I also really like serious educational type ones where it's talking about different dinosaurs. You're evaluating them and reviewing them and talking about what they like to do and making up your own lore and stuff like that. I love those kinds of things. But it's also really helpful to just watch everything that's being made and get a sense of how much people are liking things. We try to make things that are going to be good for creators and going to help you guys create content. It's why we make baseball fields coming up here soon and other things that you can really interact with and make up your own games and own videos with. So good question. It's a hard one to answer because there's so much good stuff out there.
What is your favorite thing to do in UGG?
My favorite thing to do in UGG for sure is just going to a boss battle. Probably that first time that a boss battle is complete and we schedule it with our team. And usually we'll have anywhere from 4 to 8 different people that hop in and do the boss battle with us. Doing that for the first time is really fun. Also testing out different versions of PvP with the guys in the office and the rest of the team. That's so fun. I love hopping in the first time and eating each other off the map and ganging up on somebody and trying to figure out those mechanics. And often something breaks and people will fall through the floor. And that's sometimes the best part. But I love testing as a team. It's got to be one of the best. And then hopping in on launch day after we release the big launch and quietly listening to what people are saying and thinking, and then revealing, hey, I'm the creator of the game. I'm glad you guys like it, and then watching them freak out. And they'll be pretty honest. It's cool. So I love playing with other uglies and just having people be like, oh, this part was my favorite, but could you bring this back? Or are you ever going to add this thing? I love those conversations, and the enthusiasm that people have when I play with them is really, that's got to be, probably that is the best part, but it comes from all that other work leading up to that.
Will we ever see more ugly NPCs, considering we already have Ugor the scientist?
Yes, there will be one at the very top of that tower over there here in Dinotopia for sure. I won't reveal anything quite yet, but it's definitely an inspiration from Kung Fu Panda, the idea of training and everything. So if you know Kung Fu Panda and the Guru and everything there, so we'll have one up there. The hard part is performance, so sometimes we can't have as many as we'd like, but more will be coming soon.
So for the very last question, can we play Fortnite together?
I haven't played Fortnite in probably 14 months, so I'd have to get all set up and play again. But I used to be actually pretty decent, but I'd be buns right now.
We could probably run some duos.
That'd be fun. You'd probably smoke everyone. Team Backpack.
Team Michael.
Let's go. Team Michael, that's right.
Anyways, thank you for sticking to the end of the video, and hopefully I can play some Fortnite with the owner of UGG. Subscribe!